Aren't you excited? We're finally making content for this channel.
My thigh meat is jiggling. You got it in my head. You be doing that.
Do your intro. That's what you need to be doing.
Plastic things were sticking out.
Am I?
No.
Do I have it?
No.
Is it?
No.
They're tucked in. Like a proper fucking lady.
Hey guys.
Oh. This is me now. I have something for you.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, it's Nik and Tes, and today we're doing the sibling tag. So, let's start.
Who is the older, younger sibling? I'm actually older by 7 years. Describe me in 3 adjectives.
Creative. Intelligent. Gorgeous.
Great.
I feel like you should have to describe me in 3 adjectives now.
No, that was a question for you. All right, what do you like about your sibling? I like your drive for when you really like want to do something. When you really want something, you really go for it. You have like such a passion for the things that you enjoy doing.
Thank you.
And I really like that about you.
Oh, my heart, it's soft.
What annoys you about your sibling?
You always have to be right.
You're not wrong. I do have to be right.
I know.
What habits of theirs would you change? If I could change some of your habits, one of the things you tend to do is you deflect your emotions. Like when you're annoyed or upset about something, you'll get very quiet and withdrawn and you'll be like, no, it's fine. Or you'll say like, leave me alone, it's fine, or nothing, it's whatever. And you'll deflect that, and it really bothers me because I know something's upset. So if I could, I would change, I don't know if that's considered a habit, but I would change that of yours, where you would deflect those things that are bothering you so much, and you would just talk about them. What are things you're both bad at? We are really bad at making up after a fight. Neither of us knows how to apologize because we're both incredibly awkward. So instead of actually making up and talking out whatever problems we have, we just send each other memes until we laugh.
And things are fine afterwards. I see nothing wrong with it.
What did you fight about most as children?
Most of the time it was just, she would be bossy with me, and I didn't like her bossing me around because I felt like she was trying to be my mother, and
I wasn't trying to be your mother.
It felt like it.
I had a plan, and you weren't following the plan.
We would play, and if I didn't play how she wanted me to play, then she'd yell at me sometimes, or she'd fuss, not yell.
Yeah,
she wouldn't raise her voice, but she'd fuss.
I'd whine.
And I'd get
upset. I complained. I whined a lot as a kid.
So far as to the point where I threw a doll at her at one point because we were playing baby dolls and she told me I was playing it wrong or something, and I got mad, so I threw the doll at her and then I got in trouble.
Rightly so. You threw a doll at me.
I think you should have gotten in trouble.
Are you closer now or when you were kids? We are definitely closer now than when we were kids.
Aww.
I take it back.
Whatever.
What is one thing your sibling cannot live without?
You!
I can't live without myself?
Oh, my sibling?
Yeah, your answer. What was one thing yours?
Oh,
so
me!
I can't live without you.
You've told me that.
I really couldn't.
Okay, not to be narcissistic. Something that you couldn't live without. Let's take people out of the equation. A materialistic thing? You're not very materialistic. But probably, like, music.
See, I was gonna say my laptop because it's got all my photos. Well, probably not my laptop so much as my desktop.
Yeah.
Because it has all my editing software on it. It has all my video projects, all my photography on it. It has all of my music stored on it. My desktop is where everything is. So it's really less about my desktop and more about my hard drive. I couldn't live without my hard drive because everything's on it. What do you think their dumbest decision was? Your dumbest decision? Like,
I'm scared of consequences too much to do things.
The only thing I could think of is some of the people you were like friends with, but also I hate saying stuff like that. Like, it was such a dumb decision to be friends with somebody. Like, no, that made you grow as a person.
Yeah.
That changed who you are. You wouldn't be who you are today if you hadn't gone through the struggle of like being friends with certain people and like learning things about what you want out of friendships and relationships, and also learning things about yourself. So like I never think people dating or being friends with people as a dumb decision, because it does grow you drastically, and I think that's important. So other than that, like I don't think you've made any dumb decisions.
No.
I think you've made pretty good choices in your life so far.
Thanks.
So just continue that. College is hard. There's a lot of peer pressure there.
Great.
Who got in more trouble as a kid?
You did. Yeah, I just feel like there's like things you and your friends would do, you would get in trouble.
No, that wasn't until I was a teenager, and even then, like I got grounded a few times and I got yelled at a few times, but I didn't really get in trouble as a kid. It wasn't until I was a teenager. I got in trouble a little bit as a teenager. And it wasn't that I was rebelling, it was actually my best friend liked to rebel. And I didn't want her to get herself in trouble, so I would often go along and like hold her back from getting in more trouble, but then that would get me in a little bit as well. So I was like, you know, I'll take that bullet if it means keeping my friend out of getting herself in serious trouble. I mean, like I'll take a grounding or my phone getting taken away as long as like she's safe.
I mean, there are some stupid things I've done, but I don't get in trouble. Like I said, consequences don't.
Yeah.
I try to think about them, but there have been some times that like my better judgment has been impaired or like whatever. But I don't really regret any of the decisions I've made. They've made me who I am.
Yeah. Okay. Who is more creative? No, it's definitely you.
It's you.
Okay. Who's a better singer? Yeah, you're a better singer.
I don't like to say that though.
You have training. I don't actually have training. Yeah. Who's more introverted? Who's more extroverted? Who's more talkative?
Yeah.
I'm introverted, but if I know someone, I won't shut up.
I am so quiet all the time. Like, all the time.
Who's more athletic? Who sleeps longer? Who reads more? Both of us read a lot. In fact, a lot of times we read the same things. Or like I'll be reading something and she'll be reading something, and then we'll swap books. Okay, if you got a call that your sibling was in jail, what would be the first crime that comes to mind?
You go first.
For you, I feel it's so dumb, but I feel like you would be arrested for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like you would be out minding your own business and like stumble upon a robbery. And you'd be like, hey, what's going on here?
What's happening?
You'd be like, I want to know. And then the police would...
so nosy.
You're so nosy. And the police would show up and they'd be like, take everybody. And you'd be like, what's happening? No, I paid for these.
I have a receipt, please.
they would just be like, we have to arrest you.
You're questioning. I'm like, no. You probably calling you just been in jail. I don't know. I've got to think of it.
This is a whole situation. What did I do?
You probably I don't know why, but like fraud of some sort. Like maybe it's an accident, like maybe you put in the wrong last number of a credit card or something.
Probably.
And it's a valid credit card number or something, and they're just like
I would definitely give the wrong
it.
credit card number.
We've traced it, and
mine.
You're being arrested for thievery because you bought like some huge thing on this.
I bought like camera equipment. Yeah. Now it's like a felony.
And they're like, no.
Oh my god. Okay. If they were an animal, what would they be? Oh, man.
You would be...
I feel like you'd be like a swan or a goose.
Because I'm graceful.
You're graceful, but also you would attack someone without a second thought if they came in your territory. You'd be like, no, don't get near my family, and you chase someone down.
What's a really loud animal?
like a monkey, like a chimpanzee.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
That.
that's what I
was gonna... You're just loud.
I'm like, what's that monkey? The howler monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were born first, what was your reaction to your new sibling? So I was born first, and I did not have a good reaction to finding out that I was going to be a big sister, because for 7 years of my life, I had been the baby, and I figured, I had always heard from all my friends, from all the books you read as a kid, the middle child gets ignored. So I didn't want to be the middle child. I didn't want someone to take my spot and my mom forget about me. My mom had me in her lap, and she told me, and I threw myself off of my mother's lap onto the floor and threw a whole tantrum. Full-blown tantrum, screaming, crying, begging her not to have a baby, because I didn't want to be forgotten and just become the kid nobody cared about. So that was my reaction to finding out I was a big sister. But nobody tells this part of the story. And at the door to the delivery room, after she had been born, me and my brother were waiting, and the nurse asked us if we wanted a little brother or a little sister. And my brother said he didn't care as long as it was healthy. He was older, whatever, more logical, I guess.
Honestly, he didn't want a little brother.
He didn't want a little brother.
He didn't share his room.
But he just said, it's as long as it's a healthy little sibling, I'm happy. And I said I wanted a little sister because I wanted a best friend and someone to play with.
You didn't want a best friend, you wanted someone you could dress
No,
up.
I said I want a best friend and someone to play with. And so when we went in and I was told it was a little sister, I was so excited. There's a picture of me holding her. I'm in one of those big chairs. I'm tiny because I'm 7. And I'm holding this bundle of baby, and I have the biggest smile on my face because I was so excited. So it took 9 months for me to get excited, but I got there.
Look at you, you got your best friend.
Okay, last question. What was the last text you sent to each other? Our last texts were on Snapchat. Recently, we have been talking in memes a lot, but our most recent messages were at 9:40 this morning, and I text you and said, I IDK what to wear.
I said, I help.
And I said, please. That's how we text.
Story of our life.
A lot of times we just send memes to each other that we find, and it doesn't even mean it's a conversation. We just want the other person to laugh at them.
Yeah, last night I had a whole crisis about some bug, and I sent a meme.
I don't know if you can see this, but
it says things are constantly happening, and it's an M&M with Miley Cyrus's face, and it was just a whole ordeal.
She had a whole ordeal,
and she was dead asleep. But
yes, I was asleep.
Oh wow, so she just left me.
I didn't leave you on red.
No, she left me undelivered. That's worse.
I wasn't asleep. I was laying in bed praying wouldn't come get me. And my phone was on silent because I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, meanwhile I was praying this bug would leave me alone. It was attacking me.
I'm sorry. Okay, well that wraps it up for the sibling tag. I feel like we know each other pretty well, and now our lovely viewers know us a little bit better. So if you liked this, give us a like. If you have suggestions or want to see more content like this, make sure you comment and let us know down below. If you want to see some of our other content, make sure you subscribe here and at JRTN Gaming, where we post our gaming videos. And don't forget to hit the bell so you know when we post. Bye!